Hi, I'm Nicholas Wallwork, CEO of redbrickpropertyforum.com and globally published author of Investing in International Real Estate for Dummies for the famous For Dummies Help Guides. Available on Amazon, so jump on there, type in my name, Nicholas Wallwork, and you'll find it loads of good tips and tricks, some mindset stuff in there, stuff to help get you going on your journey and maybe how to expand your portfolio. Now I'm actually here just perched on the wall outside my client site that we're documenting at the moment, one of the biggest sites that we're working on currently. We've got a care home conversion down in Andover. We've got this 30,000 square foot office to resi scheme. And I just wanted to take a moment out to tell you how we work with our construction team. You know, we are developers and investors, and we're not a construction team. So the difference is a developer finds buildings, they do sourcing, they understand the commercial side of a build, they are good at designing, they're good at marketing, they're good at selling and creating the whole package of a business that is property developing and investing. Construction firm does one thing very, very well, it builds them. You know, it's the builder, you know, but I would call them a construction firm on larger scale developments. Now, how do you get the most out of your construction team? I want to talk you through some of the tips on this video. Stay tuned right to the end. Going to try and give you a few bits of wisdom that we've learned over the years and how we run our shop to make sure that everyone is performing at their best as much of the time as possible. And make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can be notified of similar videos where I'm giving lots of tips and tricks about property development investing, right from a small scale, right from HMOs, flat schemes, up to much bigger schemes like this and others throughout the south of England that we're working on currently. We also joint venture with people doing similar sites, so if you're interested in joint venturing and would like our help, do reach out using the details around the video, and I can work with you firsthand on a weekly basis on your site to help you get it delivered on time and on budget. Now, how do you get the most out of your construction team? I guess the first thing that's important to do is get things right from the start. There's nothing wrong than going backwards if you haven't got the right contracts, the right tendering process. That's where you go out to bid for the project. You haven't put the right program and the right budgets in place. You get yourself all knotted up very, very quickly. Best place to start is with a proper tender process. That's where you've designed the buildings from scratch in total, and you hand that packet of documentation and multi-layered floor plans and mechanical, electrical and plumbing and electric diagrams, drainage surveys, the whole 9 yards of everything you've done and checked, and the design is there. There's the design of the building. As a developer, you've designed that building for your needs, for your end client, for your end exit, you know, giving yourself hopefully multiple exit options. When you start from that point at the tender process, the contractors are learning very quickly how you want your site, the specification, the layouts, the quality, the speed at which you want it. And then you will seek out through that tendering process, through probably your project management team, the best developer for you that can work, you know, with your mindset that you can get on with. Remember, you know, every business is a people business. It's just a collection of people doing a certain job. And you've got to buy into those people. What's their track record? What's their experience? Are they nice to deal with? Is there any bad reviews of them online? You know, I think picking the right contractor should come down mostly to, do you want to work with them or not? Less about price. If you've done proper design on the building, right, and you probably don't appreciate that out there when you've not done it very often, the tendering process narrows down the price, so you've got very similar prices at the end. You know, you've got a 100-point checklist of everything on site, and on that 100-point checklist you can sort of counter negotiate with all the contractors through that tendering process. You know, some might have allowed for a much higher for, you know, window replacement, for example, whereas the others just done window repair, and that's all that's needed, window repair. So you can get the other guy to drop down his window repair price, window replacement price, and get the pricing more on a level. And that's how the tendering process works. When you've got the construction company engaged from that early stage, they understand you, they understand the building, you've worked together on the pricing, you've worked together on the scheduling to make sure that you're on the same page. And that process, you know, it's all about process, putting in processes, putting in people, putting in the right team to make sure that we all understand each other right from day one about what's going to get built and how it's going to get built and how quickly. And that helps problems down the line when everyone's on the same page and they understand the goals and visions of you as a developer. Not a lot is made of that, you know, on social media or people out there blogging, because it's fairly subtle. And that process is key to running bigger sites, to make sure that the proper planning and implementation is in place to deliver, you know, sizes of site of, you know, of this magnitude. Then it's all about having the right team. So actually above that construction firm, you obviously have contracts. Once you've done all that, you pick them, you've done your due diligence on them, you check that their pipeline isn't too full, they're not overcommitted, they've got enough people on their site, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You have your project management layer above. So that's a team we've got a project management firm we use for all of our sites that do the QS work, and multiple project managers to make sure there's always someone here several times a day on site, several times a week, to manage the main contractor. The main contractor is obviously contractually obliged to run the site themselves. They'll have their own site manager, below our project managers, and they are more than competent at running the site, but they also need to be kept an eye on, is the quality to the right spec? Keep reinforcing your values and quality of product and what you're looking to achieve, and building that rapport. So you have that, that relationship built from day one, and when you give the job to a certain construction firm, you're rewarding them the job. That's a good thing for them, and it's a good thing for you because you've decided who you're going to work with, and that's exciting. So you've got to thrive off that team spirit you're going to create with them. And I go around the site, I'm shaking hands with everyone, I get to know everyone on site. We met on another video, the walk around video this time, we met one of the electrical contractors we're working with, and relationships are key to getting in to know everyone and make yourself approachable if there's problems. The last thing you want to be is a dictator, and the construction firm's afraid to bring a problem to you. The sooner you know about a problem, the sooner you can fix it. So good communication is key. That leads us into a weekly site meeting, a formal weekly site meeting, going around checking progress. That weekly site meeting then turns into a monthly on-site board meeting with all the contractors, the architects, some of the main consultants, your QS project managers, client if it's a client site, and we all meet up and go through that month, what's happened, what's going to happen, what the delays are, what the issues are, what the problems are. As I said, construction and development is all about ongoing problems, just fixing the problem. You've just got to be a major problem solver in it, and major communicator and major problem solver. Put those two together and you usually have a harmonious site. You don't have to come down on anyone too hard and put the weight of the contract. You don't want to really get the contract out the drawer because there's a major problem at that stage. You want to keep it friendly, keep it respectful, and talk about problems as soon as they possibly come up so they can get resolved quickly. And so I guess then, that putting in the site meetings, weekly communication, updates, photos, evidence, good minute meetings. Our project managers take very detailed minute notes so that we can refer back to those in next meeting. So at the beginning of every site meeting that month, we go past the action points and the minutes from the past meeting, and we do action points and minutes and things that are needed for the next meeting. So all of that process put in place means that no one misses anything. There's no you didn't tell me that, or this didn't happen, or whatever. You've got it written down, it's minuted. You got sent a copy of the minutes within days of the last meeting. It should have raised it then. So again, it's about good communication, good documentation, good process, and having all the right people around you that can do that. I don't sit there taking minutes. It's too detailed for my liking. I'm a bit of a bigger picture thinker. I'm a blue sky thinker. I'm more creative, design led. So I need people around me that can help me deliver that kind of level of process to allow the development to crack on with full steam. I come in when there's a problem or a tweak, and sometimes seeing a problem from afar can save tens of thousands of pounds. So I guess getting to know everyone on site, being present, being approachable, being communicative, and having really stringent processes in place can help you run a really effective construction team. And so what are the big takeaways hopefully from this video? If you're looking at doing a larger scale development, what the major tips that I've kind of given you on this video is picking the right project management QS firm, picking the right partners. If you're JVing, we do JVs with people, and hopefully our experience and track record speaks for itself, and it comes top down, and all the people that work under those and all the connections are vital for your business. But putting process in place, putting planning in place, excellent communication, all of the things I've talked about in this video hopefully get you into your first bigger scale development, whether that's on your own or with a partner or with another investor. Good luck on your journey. I hope you enjoy it. Hopefully by following us, subscribing and hitting the bell icon to be notified. Don't forget to do that, guys. You won't get notified when we post these new videos. Hopefully that'll help you on your own journey not make as many mistakes, and I'm hoping to help as many people out there make as least mistakes as possible. But don't be slapdash about it. Don't think you can do it on your own. There's no way you can project manage a site of this on your own. I have project managers, multiple project managers and QSs in a team working with me and the client to deliver this site on a day-to-day basis. And there's more people doing that, 3 or 4 people doing that. You can't possibly do it on your own. So picking your team is really, really vital. So yeah, hopefully we'll see you in another video very soon. Hopefully this was useful, and take care for now. Goodbye.